How you doing, guys? Welcome to another episode. In this episode, I'm working on the 2010 Impreza, and I have a little bit of a problem. And I noticed a couple weeks ago the transmission fluid was leaking on this car. I removed this panel only. It has one 12mm bolt that is connected right here, and this panel goes right here. Okay, I remove this clipping here, the bolt, and I set on the side. The lines for the cooling system for the transmission cooler, the lines are leaking, and I believe it's just the clamps, but I'm gonna show you how to replace those two lines, because if I'm doing this, I'm gonna do it the right way, get it done with new hoses, new clamps. And I purchased this on the Autobride store. This is a hose for the cooling lines, part number 900105, and I'm gonna show you how to replace it. So you don't have to remove the bumper or the radiator fans. You can do this from underneath. You don't have to do anything else. Just get those two hoses out of the way, and right here underneath, one of the hoses is connected right here to the cooler, and if you follow it, it goes up in there, the other one too, and the other one is connected right there. Also, I removed the heat shield, the one on that side, the 10mm on that side, I remove it underneath. And for the top one, you just need to remove this out of the intake, and then you can get access to the other 10mm on this side. So you can see I have my wrench right there. By removing that heat shield, it's gonna give you a lot of room. You see the heat shield right here, that one from underneath, the other one from the top, because the exhaust is right there, and you don't have a lot of access for this bolt from underneath. So go on top, remove it, and that's gonna give you a lot of room so you can remove the hoses. So on this side, you have the two clamps right here. Remove those. Now I'm gonna start pulling the hoses. I have something underneath to catch any transmission fluid, and make sure that you have transmission fluid ready. In this case, I'm gonna use Subaru transmission fluid. I'm not gonna go to get anything on the auto parts store, because for transmissions I recommend you to use dealer transmission fluid. You don't wanna ruin your transmission. So in this case, if the hoses are really stuck, probably they do, when I remove them, I'm just gonna cut them, put a little bit of transmission fluid in the new one inside, so I can slide the new one easily. For this step, I measure this line with the old one, and I ended up here. Make sure that you don't cut it short, because you have only one shot at this. So I measured this. This is the long line, and I have enough for the small one, so I'm gonna have a little bit of extra, but make sure that you measure this thing right. So I have my new line ready. That's the long line, and I'm gonna replace the clamps. I'm not gonna use them because I think that's the problem. I'm gonna use these ones, and with these ones I know they're gonna get a lot better. They're gonna get tight in there. Okay guys, so I try to remove the hoses on this side, but you can see now is no radiator. Really easy to remove, but that's not the why I'm making this part of the video. What happens is here on the radiator, threads get messed up on this side, so I can't retread it because this is aluminum, and uh, the probably if I retread it, it's gonna start leaking. So I have to replace the radiator. Unfortunately, we have the new radiator here and new hoses. I just gotta push them up a little bit more, clamp it down on that side, and then when I put the radiator, put it on this side. It's gonna be easy to do now that the radiator is out of the way, but the only problem is the yes, we have to put new radiator. So I remove the fans. It's only 4 bolts to remove right here on top, and I remove the reservoir for the cooling, and that's what we ended up to do. We had to get a new radiator. We're just gonna put these ones in right now. And getting tight, tying them up. Okay guys, if you can see, hoses are in place. It took me like 15 minutes to put them back on, really tight. I didn't planning to put some heat on it so they can get more slippery. I just forced them up, and I was able to turn it and push it up, turn it and push it up. Took a little bit of force. This is gonna be probably the hardest part of the job, putting the new hoses in place. But you can see they're in place. Now you just gotta get these two tight. Like I said, don't use the old clamps, use new ones so you don't have any leaks. And I'm gonna tighten them up, those two. Not too crazy, but make sure they're snug so you don't have more leaks. So 2 hoses are in place. Now I just gotta get these ones in line, ready to go. And then I just want to tighten them up, not too crazy too, and put my fence and put everything in place. Fittings are tight, both of them, and I'm just gonna put the fence. The one for the reservoir goes on the driver's side, so the fan is in place. I just gotta put the bolts. The other one too. Everything is in place. Line them up. Everything is in place. Line up. Gotta get those tight, and radiator is gonna be good to go. I'm not gonna use the old clamps for the top one too, so I'm gonna put new ones. So this one is not tight all the way. I'm just put it there for now. I put the hangers for the radiator in place, make sure that when you put the radiator, it has little grommets on the bottom. Make sure that it goes right in there. Reconnect my fans and pretty much fill it up, check for leaks, and obviously you're gonna lose some transmission fluid because transmission cooler is not really big, but you're gonna lose some. So make sure that you put new transmission fluid, just top it off, make sure that you check it, and then if you need a little bit more, just put more transmission fluid and you should go to go. So I'm gonna go underneath and I'm going to show you when it gets done. Everything is ready on the bottom, hoses are in place, everything's tied up. So if you can see, job is complete. I just had to put the shield underneath and fill it up with coolant, top up the transmission with transmission fluid. The coolant reservoir really easy to remove. Just in this side, press the little tab and pull it out. Okay, and then you can just slide it out from here. When you put it back on, make sure that the hole from the radiator assembly match for the bottom of the reservoir. Then you just put it right here in it, clamp it down in there. So system is ready, everything is ready. Just gotta put some coolant and check for leaks. The radiator has coolant, transmission fluid is been added. I don't see no leaks underneath. It's been running for a little while. I have the AC on, so it bleed the system. I don't see any issues on the car. That's pretty much it, guys. Easy job that is supposed to be easy. Costs $180 new radiator. But the installation is done on this one, guys. So you have any questions, please let me know. And this video is not sponsored, guys. Everything that you see on the video, I pay for it with my own money. So again, if you have any questions, please let me know. Comment down below, and I'm gonna be happy to help. So guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and see you on the next one. Peace.